people make a big deal out of a game called Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it's overrated because they're making such a big deal about a game that is glitchy and has bugs, and people, they just make a big deal about it. They're like, oh, let's do Melee HD. Oh, Melee is the best Super Smash Brothers game because, I don't know, why do they think it's the best one? What's so special about it? I don't understand why people like it so much. The intro sucks. The graphics are terrible. The gameplay is dumb. And the fandom is dumb. Why would anyone be so obsessing over this game? Like, in the tournaments, they're just cheating. Everyone's cheating in the tournaments, and everyone knows it, but they just don't. They just make a big deal about it because they take advantage of the bugs and glitches, and everyone knows it, and that's the reason why they like it, and that's why they don't reveal the reason why they like it, is because they're actually cheating. They're cheating in the game. In Super Smash, it's not even Melee. It's not. It's not Melee. Why would they call it that if it's not? It's its own. Super Smash Bros. Is its own game. It's not Melee. People make a big deal about Super Smash Bros. Except for the fandom. The fandom is terrible, especially because they make a huge deal about it. Like they're all like, oh, Melee's the best one. Oh, Melee is one of the worst entries in the series because it's terrible. They obviously rushed on it, and it's glitchy and bugged, and in the tournaments they still use those, and the developers, how did they not know this? How did they not know? Not even the N64 one, the original one for that. There weren't as many bugs and glitches as the Melee, so they should have known. They should have tested it out. But it's broken. The game's broken, and people are taking advantage of this. They're using it for their videos, and then they're all like, oh, Melee. It's so annoying whenever people, they rant about how people are not liking the Super Smash Brothers series, and people, they yell whenever some character from a different series, not even Nintendo, appears in the game, like Street Fighter. Why is Street Fighter in the game? Why? Because Street Fighter is a totally different game, and I don't know why they're adding that character into the game. At least the newest one is better than Melee. And the game isn't that good. It's not the best game in the whole world. People are making a big deal out of a game that is like all the rest of them. And they don't like the other fighting games because they're like, oh, that's just too hard. It's too hard. Like, they don't like Street Fighter, BlazBlue, or Mortal Kombat because they're all like, oh, it's just too hard. It's too hard. I can't do it. So they decide to play Super Smash Brothers, which, if you get like knocked off, then you lose. It doesn't make any sense. And the fandom ruined it for me because I used to like it, and now they just ruined it. And that's why Melee and Smash is overrated and broken.